The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Wednesday, the 22nd day of December, 2021. Welcome to the Daily Hour, brought to you by Medical House, One Communications, and Linda's. I'm Jamal Hartman. She's Sherry Vanderpool, and Leanna Lambert will be with us in a bit to bring you the latest in her news break, brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Sherry, it's our final episode before we go on a little hiatus, a break.
Yes.
For some, a well-needed break from you. From us.
I think it's the opposite way around.
Yeah.
But nevertheless.
Yeah. Are you in the holiday spirit at all?
Just a little. I mean, a little glitter, a little, hat, little Christmas nails, just a little, Jamal.
Oh, okay. No, I don't have the Christmas nails. Don't ask. No, I don't have the Christmas nails.
I'm sure you do.
No. Trust me, folks. Look, you all got me yesterday. Hopefully you can notice I'm got on this chapstick stuff this morning. Oh, my goodness. All these chemicals in me. Anyway, folks, we have a big show today. A lot going on. Obviously, we will talk about these the latest government restrictions, which seem to be putting a damper on some people's holidays. But you know what? We're going to let Leanna speak about that first. And then we'll take it from there. No. I'm not saying Leanna's the bearer of bad news. I see how you all do me. I didn't say that. What I said is Leanna will speak about it first because she's the expert, right? And then we'll talk about that a bit later. But we're going to have some fun to begin the show. We're going to talk about, hold on. Let me use my manners because Sherry hasn't said good morning to you all. But good morning, everyone. And a part of your daily routine. Another good one today. We're going to speak about some of our holiday traditions. What are some of our favorite holiday traditions, family, culturally, and so on. And then later on, we'll speak about the government restrictions. What does this mean for your holiday traditions and your family and how you celebrate? I don't remember, but it may impact following the Gumbays this year if there's crowd restrictions outside. I don't know. So
if not, you just told them, gave my idea, Jamal. Shucks.
Oh, my apologies. We may have some Christmas trivia, but also, folks, as promised, we have a few giveaways today. So you don't want to leave. You want to make sure that, because if you're not here to say aye, you probably won't get your prize. All right. So make sure that you're tuned in to see if you are the winner of some of our prizes. And we are going to have some fun today. But no, David Michael R. Wilson, I didn't put it on a hat to match Sherry.
I like how it said that thing.
Well, not, sir. We even when we were the same color, it's not planned. It's not planned.
This was not planned.
It's not planned. Karen Simmons says, good morning, Sherry and Jamal. Good morning to you as well. Good morning, Lauren Darrell. And thank you, Shayna Smith, saying y'all looking too cute. Well,
she meant to say you, Sherry, you look cute. Because I know Shayna. Right. Shayna was talking about me.
Well, I know Shayna very well myself. So, you could claim all you want, Yeah. That's my good friend there. Look, so Leanna, I'm looking forward to seeing her in about 15, 20 minutes. Just want to see if she has a Christmas hat or something,
He is such the bus driver. I mean, real front. I'm
cracking myself up this morning. Anyway, look, so again, we're gonna have a serious chat later about the restrictions. But first, we want to start. We're gonna have I got it all mixed up. We're
What
gonna have
is
a
up with
thirst
you?
trap chat right now. Sorry, I'm got it all mixed. See, this is what happens when unplanned. You kind of go in and you don't have it written down. When I'm at home, I actually have my board, so I have everything written down.
But, and I'm like, I thought we was talking about the restrictions
Yeah, we're
first,
gonna
and
do
then
this
but
first. Yes, I'm sorry. You all,
but
but
you see how good of a co-host I am because I just was reeling with it. I was like, all right, well, we're switched up. Okay,
no,
fine.
no.
You see,
But see, Leanna's probably backstage. Didn't I tell you? You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's. I'm sorry, folks. We're all over the place. It's a holiday coming up.
you,
So
you.
I don't have any spiked eggnog. Don't ask. No, it's not spiked, and it's not real eggnog because I don't do the dairy thing. But let's talk about these government restrictions. Sherry, let's go over them first because basically from what I heard, because I was busy in meetings yesterday, but from what I heard, the government of Bermuda had a press conference yesterday. And did you
Yes.
know there's an acting premier? The Minister of Education was the acting premier, Diallo Rabane, yesterday. That was quite interesting in itself. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. So as of December 23rd, Sherry and audience, the following requirements will come into effect. Well, I'm not going to go over all of them, as Leanna may go into detail, but here are a couple of highlights. There will be a curfew, 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. Now, I'm not quite sure, and I'm not trying to say our audience is old and, but
Yeah.
I'm in bed by 10 o'clock, so the curfew doesn't impact me unless I need to travel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that impacts you, my apologies, folks. So that's the curfew. And then there's a maximum group size of 20 people.
No, there's the issue right there.
So, Sister Sherry. So, audience, feel free to throw your comments in at any time, right? Because I'll just put the question out there. What are your thoughts on the Bermuda government's latest COVID restrictions? What are your thoughts on the Bermuda government's latest COVID restrictions? That's the question of the morning. What are your thoughts on the Bermuda government's latest COVID restrictions? And I'll continue to go through a few, just so people who may not care to watch or listen have an idea. This is the one that got me, folks. Household mixing is strongly discouraged. However, if you must attend a household other than your own, over the holidays, we are strongly urging persons to take an antigen test before they visit another home. Everybody
Okay, so,
households on Christmas.
yeah.
Then this one stood out as well. For restaurants, bars, and clubs, tables will be limited to a maximum of 10 people and must be spaced 6 feet apart. Safe key will continue to be required for these indoor settings. Oh, wait, there's more. There's more.
Oh.
We're encouraging employees who are able to work remotely from home. Along with this, we are encouraging employers to use antigen tests to ensure employees who must be at the workplace are negative for COVID-19. Now, there's more gyms and churches and personal care services. And then there was the sport where it says approvals for large group events effective Thursday, 23rd of December will be limited to a maximum of 50 persons indoors and to a maximum of 100 outdoors. Events combining indoor and outdoor components will be limited to 50 persons. So, I'm not giving my opinion yet. I just want to get from the audience, what are your thoughts on the government's latest COVID restrictions? Let's say, well, I think this is a compliment, Renee Simmons. She says, Jamal, you look like a stuffed teddy bear. Well, thank you, I think. Sherry, what do you...
You look like, are you Ted? Because Ted was naughty.
Oh, Ted the Bear?
Yeah.
It was a movie. Yes. He was a devious one. Yeah. If I want to be a bear, that's the one I'm choosing. Yeah. What's Deputy Premier, David Michael Wilson? What's Deputy Premier? Deputy Premier would be Walter Robin. The acting Premier is someone who steps in when both the Premier and Deputy are unavailable. So he was, if that's what you're referring to, Diallo Robin was the acting Premier yesterday, not Deputy. Walter Robin is the Deputy, unless something's changed. Sam Catplay says, stop choosing violence today with that question. No, Sam, I just want to hear how the audience feels. Like, I went on Twitter yesterday and again, I was in meetings, so I didn't know. I had told Sherry, Sherry, let's talk about this tomorrow. And then, this happened, and I'm like, okay,
It-
Twitter is not happy. And yeah, so what are your thoughts, Sherry? You seem like you're
it's
ready.
well, the thing is, the restrictions, I guess for me, don't bother me as much.
Mhm.
I don't, to the curfew doesn't bother me. Like, I have a small group of friends. It's so like stuff like it doesn't bother me. I think people are looking at the back end of what it is that government's trying to, what are we trying to do? Why, every 6 months we're on these restrictions or whatnot. And I think either Terry or Jackie said it today. Like, is this moving beyond the pandemic? Are we moving beyond it, or are we staying again in this hamster wheel that I talked about yesterday as well?
Terry and Jackie are on Good Day Bermuda, folks.
Yes. You should watch them in the morning if you haven't. But, the thing is, like, what are we doing? Like, what is the plan? And that's what it is for me, and no, I'm not in Bermuda right now, I'm in Atlanta, but at the end of the day, it
Mhm.
still affects everybody. So it's I don't know.
Mhm.
Like I said, for me, it doesn't affect me like that. My
Mhm.
family is not that big,
Mhm.
all of that kind of stuff. The antigen testing is new for me
Mhm.
in regard to that. That's the rapid test, right?
I am not in a
Okay.
position to answer that, but I believe so.
Okay, well, good. Sometimes we're not on the same page, Jamal, but today is a different day.
Hmm. Well, you make great points, Sherry. Honestly, I think again, it doesn't personally affect me really because I'm just going to show up at anybody's house on Christmas Day for a Heineken Zero myself. But Renee Simmons says some people I saw posted are calling for a revolt. I did see some of that. Let me just say, folks. Kyrie Irving, if you look what happened in New York, he pretty much won his battle. He won his battle. I'll leave it at that.
Hmm.
Monica Dunstan says, sick of the contradictions. We were supposed to go backwards based on hospital cases. So where are those not on their latest report? David Michael R. Wilson says, so a restaurant can have 10 people, but you shouldn't mix households. My household is a party of one. And Monica Dunstan for you, Sherry.
Hospital cases lag behind cases by a couple of weeks, so we can't wait till then to do something or protect yourself.
Mm.
To do this right before Christmas when people made plans with family is just callous. I don't
Mm.
think they care about that in that sense.
Karen Simmons says, I can't deal with asking my family to test for our gathering. It's setting my teeth on edge. Sam Cat Play said, you nailed it, Sherry. We are not moving beyond the pandemic with this back and forth. You know, I go ahead,
Go
Sherry. Go
ahead.
ahead.
The thing is, then, we talk about the whole vaccination. If we got to 70,000 or whatever then apparently the numbers moved to 80 something. Like, what are we doing? What are we
Mm,
doing? What now on booster
mhm.
shots? Like, what are we doing?
I think we are in this space for a number of reasons. A number of reasons. One of the reasons is because of selfishness, right?
Hmm.
Individual selfishness. Another reason is naivety. Like we have a lot of naive people. We've had naive conversations on this show where people believe that the answer to this problem is being vaccinated,
Hmm.
where we believe that blaming people who are unvaccinated is why we're in this issue. But to me, people expect more of a government. And yes, we have individual selfishness that has played a role. We need to be responsible and hold each other accountable. But bad governance is at the head of this.
Hmm.
Someone said yesterday, oh, now you wonder why so and so, I mean, I'll just say the name, David Burt, Premier of Bermuda, called an election in the middle of a pandemic. Right?
Mm.
Someone said that. And I'm like, there was about me and about 3 or 4 people on social media and conversation that were like, you all gonna fall for this. And guess what? A friend of mine who's a co-host of this show put out a little "I told you so" status yesterday, and he don't comment often. No, I don't want to come across like that. But you know how they say, mama and daddy always said, be careful what you ask for because you might just get it. Folks, this is on us. The way it's being handled is on us. I'm not saying that, and I don't want to take it too political, but this is a lesson. This is a lesson of common. People like to use the term common sense. And I don't like that term. Because if common sense is what the common man is doing, I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want to be like everybody else. If you're telling me 30 to 6 is what's coming. No, I'm sorry. You all, I don't want to be one of you. But that's it. We have got to get past this point of 1960, 1970, 1980, Sherry. This pandemic is a result of our politics. Let me restate. We're not in a pandemic because of politicians in our politics. Let me clear that. But where we are in this pandemic is a result of our politics and our policies and our legislation. Why? Well, someone said it here. There was a comment. Sonia Clark says, I'm concerned about the messaging. There needs to be an advisor or someone to track what's been done or not. Consistency is the challenge. And how we learn to live with this. Without the inconsistencies, my lifestyle has adapted to the inconsistencies. Interesting. The point is, if it's not the policies and legislation and governance, then it's the messaging. And if it's the messaging, then again, you have failed to, because at the end of the day, politics is all about how you engage and connect with the people through your policies and legislation, right? So it's easy to say, oh, people are selfish, right? Which I think has played a role.
Yes.
It really is. But for people, the base of the people who gave David Burt and his government so much power, you all need to be on his doorstep like he and his party were on yours.
Well, is what you say at the messaging, and that's what I want to say in regards to 70%, vaccinated, all of this. It's the messaging. If you do this, we'll do this. If we do this, you do this. And the people are like, okay, we're doing it, right? And now you're telling us something else. Again, the messaging. Back to responsibility. I've said it from the very beginning. Had we took, the honor system and what it is that we need to do and not have these social gatherings and not do these things of such, then things will be possibly a little bit different. I understand different strands are coming out and all of that, but people need to tighten up.
Yeah.
For your own self, you need to tighten up. When you talk about, Premier David Burt, calling for an election in the middle of pandemic, it's politics, it's strategy. You know what I mean? He's doing what he was supposed to do in that sense.
It's not about people. It's about politics. That's it right there.
Yeah.
And people don't understand it's not about people. People don't understand that it's about politics. This is why we have people right now frustrated, and as someone mentioned, calling for a revolt.
Yeah, it is all strategic in the sense of what it is for the politics. Somebody behind him is Olivia pooping him and telling him what to do.
Yes, I will say, I think in my life, David Burt as premier has probably either he has the worst advisors or he doesn't listen to very good advisors. So either he's the worst listener or he has the worst advisors. I honestly say that in the most respectful way possible, if that's possible to say it in the most respectful way. Back to the comments. What are your thoughts on the Bermuda government's latest COVID restrictions? Monica Dunstan, Sherry.
How do you pick and choose family members to come to your house for Christmas dinner? Sorry, you're a second cousin to make the cut this year. I'm sorry, Monica, that was funny.
No, hold up, Sherry. Let's be honest. There's some people who be like, Oh, really? Restrictions? I can't. Uncle such and such ain't coming. Cousin. No, let me just tell you out there, folks. Don't cut me from your list because I'm showing up anyway. So don't cut me from your list.
See, you're the problem.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. James Bart says COVID doesn't want to move beyond the pandemic. So, well, here's the, to that point, right? We can't forget the amount of people behind the scenes who've done a lot of work. The epidemiologist, Diane DeRosa, you got Dr. Karika Weldon, and you have the other side where people like Eugene Dean and them who are trying to educate from the other side. So I think there are a lot of people who have done a lot of work to try to educate people. I know people may look at the Beyond the Pandemic, Eugene Dean and that crew as negative, but if you ask me, there's positives to take from there, if not for the virus itself. Sherry mentioned it when we were talking to him, just living healthier and better, right? So there's lessons in all of this. At the end of the day, the pandemic is not a Bermudian thing, but how we handle it, how we've responded to it, how we react to it, how we live with it, is definitely a Bermudian thing. And I think there are examples out there of how we can do better. James Burt says, from the whole world graph, it looks like we have only just reached peak pandemic. Renee Simmons says, that's it. She believes bad governance. And Teresa Marie says, morning, love the Santa hats. Well, thank you. I think we should bring Leanna and her Santa hat into the conversation. Folks, do not go anywhere. We do have some giveaways today. We have some giveaways. If you filled out the survey back in November, you're eligible to win one of the prizes today.
Eligible.
Eligible, yes, eligible. Not means you, yeah. She's trying to get a victory over you all, folks. And then we're gonna do a hashtag giveaway as well. So make sure you stick around for that. We actually have a very nice grocery basket we're giving away today as well. So
I would have been that.
little spa certificate and grocery bag. Yeah, we got a little stuff for you. So don't go nowhere.
I like a spa, Jamal.
Oh, okay. Nice to hear. Tell me how it is when you go. Oh, sorry. Let's bring Leanna in.
What is that on your head? Because it's really bothered me. It looks like a Martin bump. Looks like, like someone punched you in your head or something.
These are the lights, but I don't know how to turn them on. Yeah, I don't know how to turn them on.
You don't know how to turn on your lights?
Oh, wow. I see what you did there. Let's bring in Leanna before. Yeah. Anyway, good morning. Hi, Lee.
I am very, very upset. I did not get the memo this morning.
Oh, I'm
very, very upset.
Lee, trust me. Sherry doesn't like me, so if I called her and said, let's wear Santa hat, she won't answer anyway, right? So it wasn't planned, but you know what, Lee? This will never happen again.
Never. And it's funny because I was at my mom's house yesterday and she has a bag of goodies, hats, shades, little fun, wacky little things that I could have worn, and nobody decided to put in the group chat today or yesterday that we were gonna be this festive. But it's okay. Coco is keeping me company. I even moved her closer this morning so she could feel this love and energy.
Okay, so does this impact something going under Coco in my name?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That's what I got for hanging around that, Sherry.
It's always my fault. Hence why a gift would be there for me to make me feel better. Right, Lee?
Yes, it will. But I just wanted to interject. I like spa treatments too, just to let you know that.
Oh, okay.
You can redeem yourself. That was a moment to redeem yourself.
That was a moment.
No, I need some water. So when you do the news, I'm gonna just drink some water. So Lee, that means, see, your spa treatment, I would have had it for you on Christmas Day, but we can't mix households. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about the restrictions so you can't get your gift from me?
No. We could work around that. You could be outside and you could put it on a stoop and I could wave from a distance. We don't have to actually come into the household. We could still get that gift. Thank you.
So Leanna obviously we'll find a way around the new restrictions. On that note, we're going to hand it over to her for her news break and see what else she's got for us. Over to you, Lee.
Thanks, Jamel and Sherry, and happy hump day to everyone that's tuned in with us today. I hope you all are having a great start to this day. I'm Leanna Lambert, and it's time for the Daily Hour News Break brought to you by People's Pharmacy. So, here's what's going on in today's top stories. The recent news of a surge of Omicron variant cases has led to government to impose new restrictions just in time for the holidays. The restrictions that are expected to come into effect tomorrow. A quick recap of the restrictions as we've been discussing. We'll see the reintroduction of a curfew beginning at 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. Masks must be worn indoors at all times and outdoors when within 6 feet of other people. Tables and bars or restaurants will be limited to groups of no more than 10 people, spaced 6 feet apart. Household mixing, as we said, is strongly discouraged, and remote working has been encouraged. Meanwhile, approvals for large groups will be limited to groups of 100 for outdoor events or 50 for indoor events from Thursday. Events that are a mix of indoor and outdoor will be limited to 50 people. Both an antigen test and safe key will be required. Now, the restrictions, which were announced at a press conference yesterday afternoon, will be enforced until at least January 20th next year. The majority of cases, Health Minister Kim Wilson said, are to have been imported, and the majority are vaccinated. The health minister noted that the fear, and that's one of the reasons we are implementing the public health regulations, and it's going to shift. Now, more infections were said to show cold-like symptoms, and Ms. Wilson urged anyone with even mild symptoms to stay home despite the social events of the season. Now, health officials will be sending out letters to people who test positive with instructions to assist in contact tracing. The Royal Bermuda Regiment will also assist in checking on households where travelers and others are under quarantine. In other news, more than 100 people showed up to interview for hospitality jobs at a special employment fair yesterday. Now, the recruitment drive was organized by the Bermuda Tourism Authority and the Bermuda Hotel Association with the help of the Department of Workforce Development. The Bermuda Hospitality Recruitment Drive, held in the Harborview Ballroom at the Hamilton Princess Hotel, aimed to fill about 500 jobs spread over 12 hotels. About 780 people expressed an interest in the jobs fair, and people were interviewed on a virtual basis as well as in person, which boosted the numbers. Now, Charles Jeffers II, the BTO CEO, said that despite an increase in Omicron coronavirus cases, he expected a busy tourism season next year. Taking a look at today's weather, we have a high near 76 and a low near 66 degrees. Today, we'll see sunny spells developing at times. Now, we'll feel a warm December breeze with showers returning tonight. Strong and gusty, yet warm and wind evolves today in response to a cold front approaching from the west that will spread showery weather our way by this evening through tonight. Now, thereafter, high pressure will promote cooler and drier conditions for Thursday and Friday. Then an increasing and warming wind develops on Christmas Day. That's all for our Daily Hour News Break brought to you by People's Pharmacy. But before I go, I want to wish everyone out there a safe and enjoyable Christmas holiday. Now let's head back to Jamel and Sherry in the studio for today's Daily Focus.
All right. Thanks so much for that, Lee. And yeah, this is it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't want to say much more on it because we're going to end this show on a high, but
good note.
Yeah, very good note. But
yes,
I completely understand the frustrations of the people.
Yeah.
I do.
Just when we think we've moved beyond or moving beyond, I feel like we just take that step backward. And I understand it's for safety. So I'm not going to be too bummed out about it.
Yeah. Well, Lee, hopefully I get to see you. You know, I collect gifts before Christmas. Before Christmas Day.
Well, I do too in that case. So, and I know where to find you. So
I got you covered.
That's even better.
I've got you covered. I've got you covered. It's Sherry I forgot about this year, but I got you covered, Lee. I got you covered.
It's nothing Amazon can't take care of, and you could do that from Bermuda.
Yeah.
I don't have her address. They don't deliver to Atlanta.
You do have my address.
So much for that. We'll be in touch soon.
Yes, you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you after.
You too. Save some eggnog for us later. All right, Leanna Lambert there, folks. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere because we have some giveaways a bit later. You want to win some of these giveaways, all right? Do not go anywhere. Oh, my goodness.
Hi, I'm Karen, a nurse at the old folks home. These long hours used to kill my feet until my hairdresser told me about a great place to buy a pair of clogs. Medical House. Finally, relief. They also carry uniforms in bright, bold colors. And not to mention the support stockings.
Karen, Miss Soltis bet her bet again.
Oh gosh, these days I need all the support I can get.
Medical House has relocated next to the Dendy Town Field, number 6 Bakery Lane, Pembroke.
John Barrett & Son, Bermuda's foremost distributor of fine beverages, is bringing on the joyful festivities this winter with Barrett Stone Ginger Beer. We've extolled the virtues of this traditional Bermudian drink before. It's refreshing and spicy and wonderful in the kitchen. Google cooking with ginger beer and you'll be amazed by the diversity and wow factor of the recipes. As our good friend Bruce Barrett says, bubbly, tasty, full of spice, refreshing and exciting. When it hits your taste buds, mate, full flavor is igniting. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
All right, welcome back to the big show. She's Sherry Vanderpool. I'm Jamel Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by Medical House One Communications, Lindo's, and our friends over at People's Pharmacy. It's time to have some fun as we close out our second last episode for the end of the calendar year. So we will be back, I believe, December 30th for December 30th. One of those days, we'll let you know. Sherry, she's talking about great co-host remind you. She doesn't remind me of stuff. She just lets me fall and bust my lip, folks. She don't even help clean up the butt on my lip after it's busted. But anyway, here's the question for today. Very fun. Very fun, very fun, very fun. What are some of your favorite holiday traditions? What are some of your favorite holiday traditions? Sherry, we all want to hear from you.
Well, mine has changed over the years, you know what I mean? So, again, living in two different countries, sometimes, it gets a little funky, but I would say that I loved going to my father's house. My stepmother, they would put on just this whole awesome things. So we would play games and we would get real prizes, like baskets with stuff in it, and just I love the games and the family time. Definitely. Food is already on there. That's a no-brainer.
I was gonna say food's number 1 or 2 for me. Yeah, go ahead.
But definitely playing games. I love the whole thing, but enter in karaoke and all of that kind of stuff. So I love the traditional of just playing games and pulling the popper. I like that too. Put on my hat.
The popper. I was told I'm gonna have one this year.
Oh, and do you do the jokes too? And then you look at the little prize. I get all excited.
Yeah, I have only played once. I don't remember. Yeah.
What happened in your childhood, Jamal?
It was great. It was great. My favorite holiday traditions, had a very close-knit family when we were younger. So always Christmas at home, the family, and obviously the food. It was one of the best parts. I don't know if this is every family, but Christmas wasn't complete without at least one family argument about something. So, because of these restrictions, you probably won't get to witness a family argument. That's just something that I like a little action, So, everybody that crazy
I was gonna say, so were you her cousin say again, I've been waiting for this?
Yeah, I was that person. I was the Don King of the family like that. So always looking to instigate and so on. But no, honestly, family time is probably the most important. And, I say this, you know, my daddy probably celebrates Christmas better than any Bermudian out there. If you've driven past Scenic Heights and you've seen the house all decorated, his love is Christmas. He's been celebrating Christmas since forever like this. He's really big on it. And I know that there are a lot of people who don't celebrate Christmas, and there are a lot of people who may celebrate all the holidays or none at all. But for me, I think I said this some weeks ago, it was a roster that really helped me understand, I don't celebrate Christmas, but one thing I want my children to appreciate is family time. And so even if you don't necessarily celebrate this holiday or any other holiday around this time, as I'll speak about later on, there are people who Christmas reminds them of bad times in their lives, right? And it's important we remain respectful and conscious of that as well. But as far as, favorite holiday traditions, there are some haters that will tell you, and I said haters, that will tell you Jamal starts playing Christmas music in September. And that's okay. That's okay. This is a safe space, folks. If that's your thing, that's your thing. One of the things I really, really enjoyed around the holiday is the gummies. One of my uncles had a New Year's set every year. And the gummies, that was a big part of it for me. Like, my holiday was not complete until I saw the gummies, So, let's go to the audience. What are your favorite holiday traditions, folks? What do you think? And David Michael R. Wilson, he says gumbe following. That's a thing. He also says family gathering. Hadaline and Karen, for you, Sherry.
Number 1, eating Korean pie with ham. Number 2, spending time with my parents, husband, sister, and niece.
I love it.
Baking the Simmons Christmas cake, playing games with the family, breakfast at my parents' home. Yep, I've seen that happen, Karen.
I'm gonna start going on like the late Jim Woolridge. He'd be the voice of summer. He'd be on the radio during a cricket game, and he'll start speaking of how nice the food smells out there at a county game or a cup match, hinting to kind of get a plate. So I'm gonna start hinting, it smells so nice, or it looks so good when you type it. Can we get a little delivery of a piece of cake? Now, we had a question on our Instagram: farine pie or cassava. Now, for those who don't know, farine actually does come from cassava, right? But that said, people do make them differently. But eating farine pie with ham. So question is it with ham on the side or ham inside? Because I know some people like the meat in the pie. Some people have the meatless pie. So what is it for us, Hadaline? David Michael R. Wilson says driving around and seeing the lights, one of his favorite holiday traditions. Shikarena says being mad that we had to wait for my cousins to finish playing soccer football at Rangers Field before we could eat Christmas dinner. Well, you know what we had to do before we opened gifts? We used to have to go to St. Monica's Mission for church before we can open gifts. So yeah, we had to go church.
Wow,
Yeah.
my mom used to be like, we gotta wait for everyone to come to the Christmas tree. So you're like, come on, why you taking so long?
Especially if you had a little cousin that was in Fairs, or a little sibling were in Fairs, like just showing up like any day would do. Like, give them a push. Come on now, you're messing with my happiness today.
But let me ask you a question, Jamal. Do you have different traditions for when you're in Florida as opposed to Bermuda, or did you take your Bermuda traditions to Florida?
No, everything's the same for me. I mean, eat family. The only tradition that's different is, I ain't got no gummies to go out there and follow day after for Boxing Day.
Okay, pretty cool.
Did you have gummies in Atlanta, Sherry?
No. But it's always possible, we can always find one. But out here, if I'm spending Christmas in Atlanta, we usually do a Christmas brunch. And that's always been nice. Definitely play games. It's very competitive around here. So we definitely play games. I actually won one year the lip syncing contest. I actually even had a trophy. I should have brought it out to show you guys. But I actually won. On a commercial break, I'll sprint upstairs and get it so you can see. But yeah, idea being. And so definitely games, and people are still salty about that. They
Well,
are so cute.
competition must have been like. So Renee Simmons says, after Christmas dinner games, we dressed up like reindeers and give out our gifts. We vote for the best dressed reindeer, and that person gets the biggest and best gift. I love that. That's pretty cool.
That's cute.
But hold on. We dress up like reindeers and give out our gifts. Okay. After Christmas dinner games? You'll make people wait for their gifts, huh? Hater in the audience says I start Christmas music in July. That's just
I believe you.
That's just not true. I mean, 1 or 2 songs is not starting then. James Birch, please, Sherry.
Spending time with family, eating too much, our team making some needed funds in hospitality. Oh yeah, the gumbays, kid faces lighten up and more. I like that, James.
Yes, indeed. Michelle White says, yes, Christmas ham and mac and cheese, also Christmas pudding warm with custard, and I don't have to cook for a whole week. Yes, leftovers win. Oh, talk about Christmas leftovers, right? Take a little piece of turkey, fry it up in there.
Fry it up. Chow
Tanya
chow
T
or no chow.
spending with family. And I think this is important, absolutely. And Shawnette Bell echoes that spending time with family and following the gumbays. That was honestly my favorite part. And I'm not joking when I say even the family arguments and so on. Like, you just enjoy it. You really, like, you don't get around family because, you know, it goes back to the conversations we have throughout the year. We spend so much time working and going about our lives that these are times that we get with our family, and so everything comes out, you know, everything. Even it could be something as silly as a sports argument or something that happened in the community or politics. Folks, I know a lot of people avoid that stuff. I love it. I love discussing our differences. I don't care how heated it gets, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to hate or dislike my family simply because we disagree with something at Christmas time. Nah, not because we disagree at Christmas time. Not like that.
Depends if alcohol's involved. It get real emotional.
Oh, I've seen cousins, and I'm putting my business out there. I've seen a cousin go off on his mama at Christmas and drunk and walk out. And the next day apologize. I was drunk. I'm not saying it's acceptable. What I'm simply saying is, you know, there's alcohol, there's food. You don't get around people often. Everything comes out, right?
Yeah.
And I think it is forgivable to say, you know what? Probably hasn't had a drink like this in a while. Been dealing with all this. Think about it. Pandemic for an entire year. It wasn't meant for what it came across as.
You're not getting invited to other people's houses, Jamal. You're not getting invited.
I'm not going to instigate family fights at other people's houses. I'm not saying I won't do it at my own. Shanna Smith says, I just love cooking and eating. Starting on Friday, it's going down, but I do enjoy just joking and laughing with my family all day. Says, I need a fight in there too. No, I'm saying cooking and eating. Look, if you've got something that I eat, please let me know. I will stop by.
That's some ham.
No.
Pie with or without chicken and ham fried on the side.
All right. Auntie says, that is right, Jamal. She says, Janet made out. That's right. We had to go. I think she's talking about my comment. We had to go St. Monica's before we could open our presents, right? And Shana Smith says, growing up as a PK, we could only look in the stockings then Christmas Day service first before gifts. As a child, it was torture because our family was always the last to leave. Well, when your father's the pastor, that's going to be the case. Oh, yeah. I get you, Shanna. My Aunt Janet says, I was afraid of the gumbays when I was a child. I will not admit that myself, but I love them now. I would not admit that. Charles H. Jeffers II says, I don't think anyone is surprised that Jamal likes an argument. See, so hold on, Charles. I don't want to be the one participating. I just want to be sitting back there in my popcorn in my mouth, drinking my dairy-free eggnog. Like, cousin, you heard what she said? No, auntie, he said that. Yeah, I'm that person.
Oh my God.
It's a good time. It's a good time. You all want to be at my family events, trust me. Rashida Godwin and Sam Cat, please share.
My family Christmas tree contest, and we take it seriously. We can be sore losers. Taking mama's food for leftovers for days, spending family time, and the gumbays. Places, gumbays. Ew.
All right, man. All right. Going to be a seafood Christmas for my family this year. Pie included, of course. Miriam Simmons. All right. So, Miriam, drop me an email. Seafood's my thing. So, drop me an email. Let me know where I can find this house, and I'll be happy to show up. And I promise I won't instigate if you give me the right seafood. How's that? How's
You
that?
look like you're allergic to seafood. I can't even see you.
Oh, that's
Like,
all I eat. That's all I eat. If the doctor told me I was allergic to seafood, oh boy, that'll be a tough. I might have to walk around with a swelled face pretty often because it's yeah. But look, honestly, it's really nice to hear everyone's Christmas traditions. What your favorite pastimes are. Our lives are so delicate. We don't know if this is going to be our last Christmas together. We don't know. 2 years ago, it was 2019, and the coronavirus was just being found out over in Asia. At least that's where it was first reported. And so we never thought that 2 years later, we would be in positions where we aren't able to be with family, and we aren't able to go as we please to visit different homes. In Bermuda, I remember Carolyn as a youngster on Christmas Eve going around to different people's houses and singing and getting some eggnog or an adult beverage at the time when I used to be an adult. And our lives have changed so much. Our lives have changed so much. There are people who are with us, people who are no longer with us. There are people going through things, I don't take for granted my mother's situation, for instance. I think, we cherish it. We understand that the circle and cycle of life means that we're not always going to be here. And if we are, we're not always going to be in the same condition. That's just the way that life works. But I tell you this here is just one thing I've learned over the last 2 years that doesn't take away, but it's really helped me understand to appreciate times like this. Yeah. Appreciate the moments, appreciate as much time as you can with people that you love, and ensuring that it isn't just Christmas. Sherry, you live in Atlanta. I live in Florida. We both live in different places from both of our parents and most of our family. But through technology, we're able to stay connected in so many ways. And I appreciate it. For all that we criticize social media and technology for, I am grateful and thankful for it. I really am.
Yeah.
I am grateful because without technology, we won't be able to have the kind of conversations we have on this show, and wouldn't be able to stay connected to our family and our friends and our loved ones. And those circumstances today, aren't allowing us to go to each other's homes and have me crash and instigate arguments. Right? Folks,
they must have knew you was gonna be in Bermuda.
yeah. This is how they treat me. But I tell you, don't let it dampen the spirit of family.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity for all of us to still love, share as much love as possible with our family and loved ones. Don't let the decisions of government, politicians, or world health dictate whether or not you're going to express your love. We don't have to be there in person. I know it may hurt not being there because that's what we're used to. But as long as people can understand and feel that love from you, I think we're good. Janet Maynard says, we played games, but Jamal the Hartman uncles always cheated. I never cheated. I didn't cheat, Sherry. Cheating's not in me. James Birch says it's a hybrid holiday season to stay connected. Yeah. I like that. For Kite Ming says, family movie night on Christmas Eve, eating, playing games, and of course, me getting everyone to help me prep my food for Christmas Day, LOL. But we are always looking for excuses to get together, pandemic or not. I love that. And Carol Griffith says, Christmas morning fun run in Christmas attire with running buddies. I want to try that. I'm not doing that polar plunge thing. I'm not doing that polar plunge, but I'll do that.
I'm sure Mama Patterson is going to do that or has done that.
Oh, yeah. She's just
Yeah,
a
she
runner.
runs. Yeah.
She's a runner. Jamal, you're making me cry with your speech. Oh no, it wasn't a speech, but I'm sorry. It's all love, Carlita Davis. Thank you. So folks, we have some giveaways to give you. We have some giveaways, right? And then we'll wrap it up. So we're gonna, you know what? We're just gonna do the first giveaway, and then we'll do more after the commercial break. All right. So the first giveaway is gonna be, and folks, we had the pulley, so I did pull the name, but obviously we're still working on technology so that you can see it, right? The first giveaway, and the name is in there. Just give me a second. It's not a name, it's email address. So I'm not going to show the last part of the email address. If your email address begins with FN Walker, F as in Frank, N Nancy, and I believe Walker is the last name. If that's your email, you are the winner of today's first prize. So FN Walker, you're going to win a gift certificate to, I believe the place is called Sephora in Bermuda. Yeah, Sephora Hair and Nail Salon in Bermuda. So FN Walker, you have until the other side of this commercial break to let us know if you're in the audience, FN Walker. When we come back, we'll be giving away another little something. And I'm going to be honest with you, folks, this prize just can't. Remember how I keep mentioning all year, Sherry, LinkedIn?
Yes.
This prize for the audience today came from me going on LinkedIn yesterday and bumping into an entrepreneur. She's Bermudian, and she puts together gift baskets. And I said, hey, would love to give away one of your gift baskets. How much? She says, no, let's do it. So you want to stay tuned for your chance to win a gift basket when we come back. See, folks, LinkedIn. It could have been your business. Stick with us. We'll be right back. We might even try to trick Sherry when we get back.
I'm going to get my trophy.
Hi, Bermuda. As the festive season is upon us, I'm back again to remind you to shop local. Local retailers are filling their shelves with gifts and goodies for all of our holiday needs. And to make shopping even more exciting, you can play our holiday scratch and win at participating retailers. There's great prizes to be won, so shop local and have some fun. Scratch the card, and if you see 3 matching center bags, turn that card over and scratch to see what you have won. Have fun, Bermuda, and remember to shop locally this holiday season.
Eat, shop, and play in the Easies this holiday season for your chance to win a $500 cash voucher to your favorite small business in the BEDC Economic Empowerment Zone, Somerset, Northeast Hamilton, and St. George's.
All you have to do is spend $20 or more in any participating business, restaurant, or store. Simply scan the QR code on our flyers in store or visit bedc.bn to submit your receipt and contact information. Now until New Year's Eve.
Shop local, shop Bermuda, and support a small business this Christmas. For more information, please visit www.bedc.bn.
All right, welcome back to the big show. FN Walker, are you in the audience? FN Walker. Welcome back. Thanks again to One Communications, Medical House, Lindo's, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. Sherry, you went missing backstage.
I told you. First annual Kim's Christmas 2016 karaoke champion. I'd like to thank the Academy. First of all, God, but the Academy and my family. But yes, Jamal. Yes.
Why is she like this? Yo, player. You know what? I'm gonna give you credit, folks. It was lip singing, so we didn't have to hear the real thing. So it was probably a thank you gift for.
No, it wasn't. I won and didn't even know a trophy even existed, so it was even better.
So you won all the way back in 2016 and then lost ever since?
No, nobody wants to come up against me, and that's salty.
Well, you know what, Sherry? Congratulations on your trophy. hopefully when you win that Grammy, you remember all of us, the audience, in your winning speech.
Yes.
All right. Oh, yeah. FN Walker is in the crowd, so I believe that's Nicole Walker. Well, congratulations to you. You are the winner. You filled out the survey that was on our website back in November. So you, Nicole Walker, will win a gift card from Sephora Hair and Nail Salon in Bermuda. So please send us an email at engage@thedailyhour.com ASAP so we can get you your gift card at the earliest. All right. So congratulations, Nicole Walker. And thank you so much for your support on a regular basis as we see you in the audience often. So really, really appreciate your support. And before we go to the other giveaway, Manuela John says, our Christmas day was for immediate family. Boxing Day, the extended family gathered at a particular home. PIT game was on the agenda in recent years. Well, that's what I was wondering, if it was Pitt, but I didn't, yeah. In recent years, the group has gotten scanty. So Pitt, is that Pittsburgh football?
No.
What's Pitt mean?
Pitt is a game. It's a card game.
See, I don't know. We didn't play that at my house. I didn't know. Look, Pitt means to me. Look, I watch college football, so I thought it was, Pittsburgh, the college football team. So don't judge me, lady. Look,
okay.
Sherry, you want to? Before we do the giveaway, I think we should do a daily play.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. All right.
Okay.
Time for the daily play. Brought to you by Heineken 0.0. Great taste, no alcohol. Sherry, here you go. Very easy one. What popular toy do children slide down hills upon?
Sled. We are the champions.
Oh, that trophy. That's true. Why everybody judge me? Didn't I tell you all not to judge me? Rosalind Famous. Pitt was the game. Jamal, you never played Pitt. No, I didn't. Family, we're being judged here.
Yeah, we're being judged. Pitt.
Yeah, I've never played that, so I guess I lost my Bermudian card. Yeah, I don't know.
Again.
Again, it happens. It happens frequently these days. So we have another giveaway. So look, do me a favor. Do me a favor, folks. Before we do this giveaway, I'm going to share something at the bottom of the screen. And just go and follow Grocery Girl Jarita on Instagram, right? Follow Grocery Girl Jarita on Instagram. Honestly, I looked on LinkedIn, saw what she was doing. I thought it was phenomenal. And I asked her, look, would you be interested in, giveaway for a holiday basket? And the basket's going to contain, if you go on her Instagram, you'll see a lot of different things. And I'm going to tell you why we're doing this, because we are here because people gave us a chance and believed in what we're doing. And I think it's only right that we do that for others, especially with ideas like this. So congratulations to Jarita on doing what she's doing. Grocery Girl Jarita, make sure that you go and follow on Instagram, Grocery Girl Jarita, and support this initiative. It could be some really, really cool gifts in this basket for you. All right. Janet Maynard, who's my aunt, and we spent many a Christmas at her yards, had never heard of the Pitt game. See, Miriam Simmons, I'm definitely coming to get my seafood. Never heard of it either. So
come on, people. Tune in.
Good audience. Rosalind Famous. So go to her Instagram page, and I'll make sure you follow, if you have Instagram, that is. But what she does is she's your grocery plug for a happy home and smiling belly. So just follow to learn about new products and how you can get free samples and win prizes in 2022. So she puts together really nice grocery bags for you. So make sure you go and hit her up, and we're going to do a giveaway. So are you ready for the hashtag?
I'm ready.
So, Gary Cameron, the hashtag is very simple, folks. Happy holidays. That's what we're doing.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. And I'll just put it there before some folks have challenges like I would. Just copy and paste happy holidays that we just put in there. All right. Happy holidays. That's what you're going to rock with right now. All right. That's going to be the hashtag for today. And while we're doing that, I just want to thank you all. I speak with Sherry. She puts up with me for a couple minutes after every episode. Then she tries to say, I'm going to run to work. She makes excuses to run off. But I say that because, I told Sheriff, and she'll tell you, I'm so proud of how many people have moved over to YouTube and supported us on YouTube. And please make sure that you go to our website. And when you go to our website, you subscribe so that you can ensure that you're eligible to win some of the amazing prizes that we give in the new year. We're going to be giving away a lot of stuff just to reward you for, doing us justice and helping us, be who we are, which is not morning people having conversations in the morning. Yeah, that's what we are. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays is the hashtag. And you all are showing out. Wow. You all are showing.
Because everybody likes surprise.
Yeah, they are showing out. Let's do it. All right. Happy holidays is the hashtag. Don't forget, go follow at Grocery Girl Jarita. Look at the information down bottom. You can give her a call. She is making deliveries today and tomorrow if you'd like one of her gift baskets, if you haven't checked them out already. So hit Jarita up if you haven't already. All right. So let's do the giveaway, Sherry. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see who's
see if my fake name got in there.
Oh, that's what you did. Okay. Folks, she's doing a thing. You all have shown up. Let's do it. We're going to hit giveaway and the draw now. Oops. Didn't show it. Sorry. Here we go. Sheikah Rayna. You have a gift basket. Now, Sheikah, I'm not going to tell you business and all, but I know you're not in Bermuda, but that doesn't mean you can't give it to someone in Bermuda. All right. But congratulations to Sheikah Rayna. Sheikah, please send us an email at engage@thedailyhour.com as early as possible. And, Sherry, before any final thoughts before we leave today and daily inspiration?
Yeah, I forgot about daily inspiration, just to be honest. But nevertheless, the restrictions are what they are. It's nothing that we could do about it at this point. Just do what you can with what it is, and just hopefully the government will do something better. As far as family traditions, keep them going virtually. I think James Barch said it, having a hybrid Christmas and all of those kind of things or just a virtual Christmas and all of that. Just keep the love and the spirit going. I think Jamal had a very touching moment that's recorded, that, you can take as wow. And my daily inspiration, you want it now?
Go ahead, girl.
Be good to others.
Yeah, it's that simple. Yes. Be good to others. Real quick, folks, if you wish to order a holiday gift basket, contact Jarita by end of day today. All right, for delivery on December 24th. So contact her by end of day today, 799-1265, and Instagram at Grocery Girl Jarita. All right. So real quickly to wrap up today, folks, all I'm going to say, as I said over and over and over on this show since the beginning, the pandemic, to be able to live with this, we have to be responsible. To get beyond it, we have to all hold each other accountable. Yes, the government does play a role, but sometimes we have to make the best of a situation. So that's on us. Christmas traditions, folks, holiday traditions. Let me leave you with this. It is that time of year when so many around the world celebrate various holidays, including Christmas, right? While we take the time to wish everyone well, let us remain conscious, as I mentioned earlier, of those who don't find comfort during this time. For some, the holidays can be a somber time as they reflect on years past or try to navigate through tough times. To all, not only do we send warm wishes of peace and love, but also comfort and strength. Wishing everyone the very best holiday. And thanks again to our partners, Medical House, One Communications, Lindo's, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we will be back one more time in 2021 not tomorrow. So enjoy the long holiday weekend, and we'll see you next week. Make it a safe, happy, and joyous Christmas weekend. Celebrate love. And folks, big shout out to all those who continue to make us a priority. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. Shout out to Mama Patterson, Mama Hartman. Aww. You all's rocking it. Do your thing.
Happy
Sherry,
holidays.
it's time to say goodbye, at least for now. If you appreciate what we're doing, give us a thumbs up, a love, a like, because we actually love and like you. Peace.
Aww.